Gurdjieff. When I was a little girl, I read everything that spilled out of our bookshelf onto the floor and lay about in tumbly piles. I read about Mary Queen of Scots and how she was beheaded. I read Black Like Me and a children's book of poetry kids wrote in the concentration camps. I read Nancy Drew. All of these were food and fodder and floods and curiosity and joy and puzzles. But then I came across Meetings with Remarkable Men, in which George Gurdjieff says, everyone is asleep. We walk and talk in slumber. Obviously, the adult world was a terrible and inexplicable place, and books told me about it, and I was much impacted by the doomed queen and that wonderful man who painted himself dark and sweated and was turned away from cheap hotels in the South. I was struck to the marrow by concentration camps. These things changed my life, or rather alerted it, and I breathed differently after and made different vows. But what was this about sleep? I hated to read it, pushed the words down into myself somewhere, but they rose up again and again like a corpse that won't sink. I looked at them with loathing, tersely elbowed them away. Much later, I sat every day with a luminous, smooth-pated E.T. who spoke of sleep and Gurdjieff more often than he didn't, and I drank him like medicine that tastes of dandelions and elderberries and wine. What was it, as a child, that I knew?